I have finally figured it out. Now I know why you guys are crazy over Robinhood. I always wonder why everybody on YouTube is Robinhood crazy, typing in how to make $1 million on Robinhood and things like that. And I realize it's because of the YouTubers that you guys watch. Whenever you go on YouTube, you see somebody posting, hey, this is so-and-so. I got $200,000 portfolio. I got $150,000 portfolio. Follow me. Let me show you guys how I did it. We're going to talk about that. But mainly this video is going to be about why I feel you should not invest over $10,000 in Robinhood. Let go. That's how they be doing.
Black rose, black rose, black rose, black rose, black rose in the sky. Black rose, black rose, black rose, black rose, black rose in the sky. Black rose, black rose, black rose.
Bienvenidos. Welcome back, beautiful people. I am Lando, Success, your favorite motivational teacher. Whenever you leave my page, the goal is for you to leave knowing something that you didn't know before you came. And if you did, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. It's greatly appreciated. I always have some good stuff in the description. So in this video, we're going to cover three things. We're going to cover the Robinhood lawsuit, why I don't like Robinhood, and what are our solutions. So you want to watch to the end so you can find out the solutions I have for you. Because I know you love Robinhood, but you want to know, Lando, if you don't want me to invest over $10,000 in it, what is the alternative? What are the solutions? And your boy got your back. So let's first get started with this $65 million lawsuit that Robinhood just settled for. It's 5 different areas, mainly why they got sued. We're not going to go fully in depth because that'll take 45 minutes to fully break all of that stuff down. We're going to keep it short, sweet, and simple. And when I talk about why I don't like Robinhood, I will bring some of them things up. The first thing was luring new investors into their platform. The second was ignoring trading outages. Third thing was gamifying their platform when you buy stocks. So when you buy stocks with Robinhood, you got the confetti and it's like, yay, it's kind of gamifying it. Like you're kind of going to a casino, you're getting rewarded. And I guess that is not legal to do when you have this type of platform. Fourth thing is breaking their own policy. Everybody went crazy over it. They started allowing people to trade options that had zero experience and didn't know what they was doing. And I know we all heard about that young boy that ended up killing himself because he was trading options, didn't know exactly how it worked, and he thought he lost like hundreds of thousands of dollars. I think it was 700,000 that he thought he lost, and it wasn't that bad, but he ended up killing himself. And that's one thing they kind of broke their rules with, allowing people to do it. You can look up the requirement, what you're supposed to have. It's actually not too crazy. You know, you need 4 field orders and things like that. The fifth thing is they broke their fiduciary rule. Basically, that means how they make money. They didn't never disclose how they make majority of their money. And just to keep it short and simple, say, for example, we buy Apple stock on the Robinhood platform. Robinhood will outsource John Doe's stock company to perform the trade, and John Doe's stock company would give them a kickback. And so that's where Robinhood was hyping everybody up to buy individual stocks and certain stocks because they was getting a kickback, and they wasn't very transparent with that. Those are the 5 things. We're going to try to cover them in this video and just vent and kick it. I know in the comments you can tell me how much I'm wrong or what you disagree with or what you agree with. Let's have a debate in the comments. Let's do it. Next, let's talk about why I do not like Robinhood. First thing, when I first downloaded the app, it felt very robotish. It don't flow. Like I like an app that is smooth, simple, and easy. And just the function of it, it didn't go as it didn't compete with the Stash Invest at the time or now, even the Cash app. I didn't like the function of it. That was the first thing. The second thing is whoever runs the company really does a horrible job, and I can tell they are very bad with money. I'm being transparent. I'm being honest with you guys. When you invest in your money in these companies, you want to know, is the company going to be there 20 years from now, and is your money safe? And with Robinhood, in 2020, Do you know how many outages happened? We think of like 2 or 3 big ones, like the big one in March, what was the biggest trading day in trading history, and we couldn't trade on Robinhood, and it just blocked you out. It was over 70 different times you wanted to trade and you couldn't. So we're going to break this down. We're going to say, now this is not factual. Everybody, I'm not a stock perfect advisor. I'm not a licensed advisor. I'm just a black brother giving y'all some game. And my opinion, I caught this years ago when I first seen Robinhood go to hell on a big trading day. That shows a big thing to me. First thing, we're going to use some analogies. We're going to say I'm the owner of Robinhood and I have access to $50 million. I have $50 million sitting here, and that's a lot of money. But when you're dealing with almost $1 billion of people money, or probably even more, that's really not a lot. So when the biggest trading day happened, so like when everything went to hell, people wanted to sell. That's just natural investing. People want to sell or people want to buy, one or the two. But if I have 50 million and the market crashed this day and people are taking out $200 million, I don't have enough money to pay them. And I seen that with Robinhood, they didn't have enough money to pay them. So what they did was pulled the plug on their app, where everybody was pissed off. They couldn't trade. You couldn't do anything. And what they did was like, hey, Bill, I need to borrow $150 million. I'll give it back to you in a few weeks. You know I'm good for it, baby. That's what it looks like to me, because we just keeping it real here. 2 + 2 = 4, not 8. And if you're having big trade days, yes, the site can crash every blue moon, but when you have this much money, that don't supposed to happen. It happens all the time with Robinhood, and that just showed they just didn't have enough money to cover it, and people lost money like hell. So you got to think, if I wanted to buy, say Apple stock was at $100 a share and it crashed down to $70 that day, and I wanted to buy, but I couldn't, or vice versa, and I wanted to sell when it went to 90, people lost millions of dollars. So that's why you had them early lawsuits that you didn't know what it was about, but you heard Robinhood was getting sued because of these days they was pulling the plug and losing money. And when we talk about in 2, they basically was like, all right, we know this happened. You have to put things in place so it won't happen again. Robinhood never put any things in place. So that's the biggest reason I really don't like them, because whoever runs the company is bad with money. And if they're bad with money, you can't have my money. Now, for all my new investors, whenever you put your money into a bank, and you know when you go to a bank and you see that sign, it's like a little plate on there, it say FDIC secured. That basically means Federal Deposit Insured Corporation secured. So like I think in 1934, they came up with something. If the banks went to hell, so let's say you're at TCF Bank or Bank of America, if they shut down tomorrow, you are insured up to $250,000. They're going to pay you no matter what. You like that. Now, with investment accounts, they are SPIC insured. And that basically means we're going to cover a certain amount of shares. So if you have 100 shares in Apple, and it said, let's say it's worth $100,000, they're not going to insure you over $100,000. They're going to insure you over those 100 shares. So if those shares get cut in half, you have $50,000. So make sure you do some more research in that, because if everything went to hell, you are secured to a certain amount of money and a certain amount of stocks. But a lot of things can happen, because I think that scenario only happened twice. So it's rare that it would happen. But if it does, you want to be with a company that is established. And that's what we're going to talk about at the end. Now, I'm not going to be 100% negative Nancy, because there are some positives with Robinhood. Robinhood have the biggest range of stocks that you can buy. So the companies that I can't get on Stash Invest or Cash App or different companies or different app platforms, Robinhood usually have them. Like I like REITs. I only can get REITs on Robinhood. So they are good, and I use them for companies that I can't get on a regular base. I wouldn't use them for just a regular Amazon. You use it for something rare. All right, before we go to the solution, what usually happens is when you're on YouTube, you're watching somebody that show you their portfolio and they show you exactly how much they've been making and things like that. And it's very appealing because you see somebody have 300 or 400,000. You want to learn how to get 300 or 400,000 into your Robinhood account so you have that type of money. But the reality is most YouTubers don't tell you. Half of them are trust fund babies that just got some life insurance money and threw it in there, or they're making a high wage different than yours. So for example, let's say you are making $130,000 a year while I'm making $30,000 a year. They're training you and teaching you on things they're doing at $130,000 a year. You make 5 times more money than me. So we're not on necessarily the same level, and that's okay. You have to teach people how to make money. You got to keep it simple, how to make money, and the percentage rate that you are getting. You don't got to show everybody all your money, because a lot of people are going to feel they can't reach that because you ain't making the same amount of money. It's just common sense. But that's what a lot of YouTubers do. And it's not my speed. When I do like my webinars, live webinars, I show my accounts for like certain examples and things like that. But in the grand scheme of things, I prefer to show you, yo, if you invest at this time and from the time I told you to now, you would have gained 18% of your money. So if you only put $100 in there, you would have gained the 18%. If you had put $100,000 in there, you would have gained 18%. I prefer teaching that way so you can know percentages and how to make money. So this is what I do. Don't have over $10,000 in any of these fun apps. People do it just to pump fake and to show people in the posts and everybody love and get some followers and stuff like that. But in reality, you want to become a millionaire. That's my goal. My mentor is a millionaire. He don't have none of these little fun, cute things. He have the big boys. Big boys that I own, well, that I'm a part of, that I like. Merrill Lynch, have them. E-Trade, I had them before. And Vanguard. I know they will be here 20 years, 30 years, 40 years from now. Merrill Lynch been established for 104 years. You know, E-Trade is fairly new, probably like 39, 40. I think Merrill Lynch probably like 45. But there were Bank of America. Bank of America been here for a while. So we would do $10,000 with 3 different platforms. We would do Cash App, we would do Robinhood, and we'd do Stash Invest. These 3, don't put more than $10,000 in there. Once you make over $10,000, you're taking all the extra money and you're putting it into your Merrill Lynch or your Vanguard, because that money we're not about to touch. We're trying to retire rich. We're trying to retire rich. 30 years from now, 40 years from now, 20 years from now, we want to have $500,000 worth of stocks on Amazon and things all over. But the problem is, it's not as sexy and it's not as fun. It's like me showing my Vanguard on YouTube. That's not going to get you a lot of views. You know, showing you Robinhood and trading and all that fun stuff. That's sexy. But if you want to build a strong portfolio, once you get over $10,000, add all that big money into the real boys, because I don't trust Robinhood. I don't believe you should trust Robinhood or any of these platforms. I do trust Stash more because I can tell the ownership just gets it and they're smarter with their money. Cash App is just simple, so it's fun, you know. And it's kind of too accessible because you can sell a stock on Cash App and within 30 minutes you can have that money back into your Cash App. And I have been one of those people that needed like a good $300 and sold a stock real quick. You don't supposed to do that. But, you know, if it's not accessible, you can't do that with my Vanguard, you know. So that's the solution. You want to act like a millionaire before you become a millionaire. So let the fun people have their fun, and it's cool to have your money in your Robinhood and have your accounts and all that type of stuff. But once you get over $10,000, we don't know if this company going to be here 20 years from now, or if it's going to crash or keep on having all these lawsuits. Let's talk about this in the comments. Do you agree with my analysis that you should not have over $10,000 and your Robinhood account? Do you completely disagree with it, think I'm crazy? I definitely want to talk about it. It was a pleasure. I am Lando Success. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe if you learned something from this video. And a random fact, I originally started doing this video in Oaxaca, Mexico. And it was birds chirping and everything. Like, the scenery was so perfect to do to YouTube, but I got distracted and there's too many birds and my lighting was messed up. But I'll probably show y'all a clip of that. So later, enjoy it. See you guys soon. What's up, beautiful people? I am Lando Success, your favorite motivational teacher. Whenever you come to my page, the plan is for you to leave learning something and knowing something that you didn't know before you came. Today we are in Oaxaca, Mexico, and I decided to do this YouTube video here. Got the birds. Birds is on 10, so I might go up to the room. But in this video, we're going to talk about Robinhood. Robinhood is always going through lawsuits and having problems, and I always had the philosophy of why I would never have more than $10,000 in a Robinhood account, and I'm going to tell you guys why in this video. Let's get it.
Oh,